leadership and judgeship of Samuel. Samuel holds a significant place in the history of Israel as both a spiritual and political leader. As the last judge of Israel, he played a crucial role in transitioning the nation from the period of judges to the establishment of the monarchy. His leadership was marked by his dedication to God and his mission to guide the Israelites back to righteousness and obedience to the divine will. Samuel's early life and calling. Samuel's journey as a leader began early in his life. He was born to Hannah, a devout woman who had prayed fervently for a child. In gratitude for the answered prayer, she dedicated Samuel to the service of God at the tabernacle in Shiloh under the priest Eli. Samuel's early years were spent serving in the tabernacle, where he experienced a direct calling from God, marking the beginning of his prophetic ministry. Spiritual leadership and reformation. Samuel's leadership was primarily spiritual. He was a prophet who communicated God's messages to the people, urging them to abandon idolatry and return to worshiping the one true God. The Israelites, during this period, frequently fell into the practice of idolatry, which led to their oppression by neighboring nations, particularly the Philistines. In response to this spiritual decline, Samuel led a national reformation. He traveled annually to key locations such as Bethel, Gilgal, and Mizpah to judge the Israelites. This circuit allowed him to provide consistent spiritual and moral guidance, as well as adjudicate disputes and maintain justice. His role as a judge was not just judicial, but also deeply rooted in his responsibility to steer the nation towards spiritual purity. The battle at Mizpah and the Ebenezer Stone. One of the pivotal moments in Samuel's judgeship was the assembly of Israel at Mizpah, where they repented for their sins and sought God's help against the Philistine threat. Samuel led the people in a collective act of repentance, which included fasting and confessing their sins. The Philistines, perceiving this gathering as a potential threat, launched an attack. However, Samuel interceded for the Israelites, and God intervened with a powerful thunderstorm that threw the Philistines into confusion, leading to their defeat by the Israelites. In the aftermath of this victory, Samuel set up a stone between Mizpah and Shun and named it Ebenezer, which means stone of help. This monument served as a physical reminder of God's assistance and faithfulness, with Samuel declaring, "Thus far the Lord has helped us." The establishment of the Ebenezer stone symbolized a renewed commitment to God and gratitude for his divine intervention. Samuel's role in the transition to monarchy. Despite his effective leadership, the Israelites eventually demanded a king to lead them, desiring to be like the other nations. Samuel was initially disheartened by this request, seeing it as a rejection of God's direct rule. Nevertheless, God instructed Samuel to heed the people's request, warning them about the potential consequences of monarchy. Samuel anointed Saul as the first king of Israel, thus transitioning the nation from a theocracy to a monarchy. Samuel continued to play a vital role as a prophet and advisor, providing counsel to Saul and later to David, whom he anointed as Saul's successor. Legacy of Samuel's leadership. Samuel's leadership left an indelible mark on Israel's history. His dedication to God and his unyielding commitment to the spiritual well-being of the nation set a high standard for leadership. He was a unifying figure, drawing the Israelites back to their covenant with God and leading them through critical transitions. Samuel's life and leadership exemplified the qualities of a true servant of God: humility, faithfulness, and a deep sense of justice. His role as the last judge of Israel bridged the era of the judges and the monarchy, marking a significant period in the biblical narrative of Israel's history. His efforts to guide the people back to God during times of crisis highlight the importance of spiritual leadership in the life of a nation.